Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. From the start of the surrogacy storyline, there were only two possible outcomes: Kristina losing the baby or a custody struggle with Kristina seeking to keep it. Throughout the story, I alternated between the two scenarios. I assumed Sonny's manic conduct was to blame for Kristina's loss of the baby, and he did play a role in the events that occurred as a result of his and Ava's custody struggle. Molly clutches Kristina's hand as they cry together at her hospital bedside. Last week, I mentioned Kristina's baby was in great danger, as General Hospital seemed to have no difficulty taking off children, including unborn newborns. That's exactly what happened, and many viewers were outraged. Not just because the baby died, but because viewers had to sit through months of a storyline that no one seemed to like, only to see the infant die. Sam grieved for her sister in a sad homage to history, having lost a child herself. Molly tearing into Sonny and blaming him for what happened to Kristina and the baby was an intense moment, with excellent acting by Kristen Vaganos. It also pushed Sonny into a dark place, causing him to reflect on everyone who, in his eyes, had turned against him during the last few months. As he positioned himself on the ledge of the top of General Hospital, much like Morgan had done, his dead son appeared to him to calm Sonny down. More on this later. As Kristina fought for her and the baby's lives, Natalia snatched Blaze from the hospital in a weird scenario. Was this part of her upbringing? She said it was a family moment, although she and Allison/Blaze weren't related. It did not sit well with me. However, what followed was a discourse between mother and daughter in which Natalia attempted to learn, understand, and be open. Yes, we can call it what it was. The writers utilized Kristina's tragedy to pave the road for redemption for Natalia, a character who has been despised by the majority of fans since her introduction. Unfortunately, any goodwill created this week appeared to be erased by Natalia the following week, as Natalia was shown beginning to let go of Allison at the close of Friday's broadcast. As TJ mourned his child, Molly appeared to shut down and shut TJ off. Though she confronted Ava about the baby's death, it appears that this tragedy may be the breaking point in their relationship. I've had a lot of concerns with TJ and Molly's attitudes throughout the surrogacy narrative, and I honestly don't care whether they succeed or fail. As a soap opera fan, even if I don't like a pair, I believe I should be invested in whether they stay together. If TJ continues to blame Kristina for everything, I'll be rooting for Molly to walk away from him, just like she does with Sonny. I'm still curious how Molly's father, Rick Lansing, will fit into this plot when he returns. Molly reaches for a piece of toast while wearing her blazer over her arm at home. At the table, TJ glances up from his laptop. Joss's reaction to Kristina's injury was absurd. She raced to Dax for solace and sex. In times of high stress, people frequently seek solace and distraction, perhaps through emotional or physical ties. However, Joss played an important role in Kristina's rescue, so wouldn't you want to sit vigil at the hospital to see how Kristina and the baby fared? Returning to Morgan's appearance to save Sonny from suicide was a major gimmick. We knew Brian Craig was only returning for one episode, so most fans had low expectations. Was Morgan's ghost truly with Sonny, or was it all in his mind? The question was never answered, keeping the door open in case Morgan ever returned from the grave. However, the incident prompted Sonny to seek Kevin's assistance, and they discovered that his medicine was incorrect. Enter Donna. For some reason, Avery brought Sonny's prescription to her overnight with Donna, which Donna mistook for vitamins and consumed in large quantities. What? This didn't work for me, but it could be due to my personal job experience and biases. Growing up with a mother who was on multiple drugs due to various health conditions, I learned the difference between a prescription and a vitamin at a young age. At least I knew what Flintstones, Smurf, and Spider-Man vitamins were. I never once considered eating my mother's meds. Also, I believe that even a placebo would taste bad and be difficult to swallow, so why would she continue to eat them? Let's call it what it was, a strategy to draw Carly into this tale even further. Sonny was on his way to learning about placebos, so this felt needless. When Brick's images revealed Ava placing her hands on Kristina, things got even worse for her. Still, we know she did not push Kristina, who tripped while backing away from Ava. Ava's dumb lie to the police about what transpired exacerbated the photo's impact. Once again, they portray Ava as a helpless moron who, worse, relies on the useless Kates to save her. Kates has simply become a horrible caricature. He is everything he accused Anna of being, a corrupt cop who ignores the truth. Even worse, he's obstructing justice by removing Ava's pharmacist, preventing him from telling Sunny what he knows. Perhaps the pharmacist will give him the truth? That'd be a twist. Things worsened when Ava discovered that Sunny accused her for the placebo drugs, for which she is partially guilty. When Jason paid her a visit, Ava appeared to regain her memory, albeit for a brief while. She told Jason that, while she discovered the placebos, she wasn't the one who arranged for them, and that it was the work of a formidable opponent Sunny created. She kept the name of the enemy to herself, knowing it was the only thing keeping her alive. However, seconds before, she told Kates that the pharmacist had never told her who he worked for. So, is Ava lying, or does she believe it was Valentine? The character makeovers continued this week, with Kristina appearing to convert into a mob princess. She's enraged by the loss of her baby, a name she's completely accepted now, and she wants Ava dead. For years, Sunny kept all of his children out of his business, particularly Kristina. He protected her the most, therefore it would be surprising if she followed in her father's footsteps and started her own business. With so many suspicions orbiting Ava, wouldn't it be an intriguing turn of events if Kristina was found guilty of attempting to kill her? But, why stop there? What if, while awaiting their trials, Ava and Kristina wound up in Pentonville with Heather? Kristina viewed images of her and Ava fighting and what appeared to be Ava pushing her out of the window. Does Kristina not recall what happened? That, as Ava stated, it was an unfortunate accident. Or is she just angry and wants Ava to pay? Weeks ago, I predicted that even if Laura discontinued her pursuit of Heather's case being reopened, Scott would be the one to take it on because of the money involved in suing the medical business that made her defective hip. Sure enough, here we are, and Heather has been persuaded by the ambulance chaser to go for it. Many people have expressed outrage about Heather's release, but it's probably a done deal at this point. As previously stated, the show must find a way to keep daytime Emmy winner Ally Mills around. I'm not looking forward to hearing more of Portia yelling at everyone. Friday set up the moment we all know is coming. Willow and Drew succumb to their passion and make love. Drew told her about a fundraiser for the Institute in Los Angeles when they were trapped in an elevator. And has kept everyone up to date on Kristina's condition. Alexis acknowledges she has been holding down the fort, and she has recently experienced wrath. Kevin says that must be realized, and she cannot accomplish everything alone. She must seek comfort whenever possible and rely on her family. Kristina claims Sunny is with her now. Kevin is relieved she has a respite and insists his door is always open. Sunny assures Kristina that he has Ava under control and that she should rest. Kristina needs him to assure her that he would not let Ava take another life as she did her daughters. Kristina lists all of Ava's sins, from Morgan's death to Connie's, and begs her father not to allow Ava to harm another member of their family the way she harmed her daughter. Sunny tells her she's emotional right now, and payback is never an option. He reminds out that it did not benefit him or Morgan. Kristina said all she can do is seek justice for her child. Sunny tells Kristina that this will only cause her misery, and he isn't sure how, but in the end, Ava will pay. Kristina complains that she hasn't been paid for anything she has done thus far. Sunny informs her that he has proof that Ava touched her, in the form of photographs taken by Brick's person during the fight. Kristina demands to see the photographs, so Sunny shows them to her. Kristina scrolls through the photographs on his phone. Sunny reveals that the PCPD has these images, and Ava is in custody. Sunny promises his daughter that Ava will not walk away from this one. She claims that even though Ava is serving a life sentence in jail, her baby has died. Sunny assures her that she will be okay. Kristina will not till she is certain Ava is no longer breathing. Sunny pledges that he will take care of Ava. Alexis steps in and says, "How do you take care of Ava?" Alexis pulls Sunny out, hoping Kristina did not ask him what she believes she did. Sunny proposes they discuss this elsewhere. Sunny takes Alexis to the chapel, and she remarks that it is an excellent place to discuss murder. Alexis asks if he will comply with Kristina's request. Alexis claims Kristina is traumatized and frail, and she is being closely monitored to avoid a hysterectomy. Alexis orders him not to do what Kristina asks because if Ava dies, it will leave a mark on Kristina's spirit. She claims Kristina will eventually feel responsible and will be unable to live by herself. Sunny claims to be aware of everything and is determined to protect Kristina. He refers to Ava as his problem. Michael arrives to visit his sister. He apologizes to her and expresses his desire to take away her pain. She tells him that he had a good ending and Wiley is still alive. Kristina informs Michael that she saw images of her and Ava's fight. Kristina asks Michael to send her copies since she needs them. Michael sends her the photographs, and she recalls the last time her kid was with her. She wonders why she went there. She wishes she could travel back in time and walk out that door. She sobs that her kid will still be with her. Willow later enters and embraces Michael in the hall. Michael informs her that Kristina is hurting and in a terrible place. Willow claims they both comprehend that place. Michael asks if she can speak with Kristina about her loss of Jonah. He understands it's a hefty ask. Kristina returns to her room and looks at photographs of herself while pregnant. She claims her kid altered her life and taught her the power of a mother's love, which Ava cannot take away from her, unlike everything else Ava has taken away. Laura finally meets Kevin at his office. She claims to have recently visited Heather to cheer her up. Laura relays Heather's anxiety that she will desert her and cease visiting her. Kevin claims that reality is setting in and her emotions are all over the place. Laura attempted to soothe her, but she fears the realities of Pentonville are weighing on her. Kevin explains that visits to the hospital give her glimpses of what she has lost. Laura knew Heather before and after the metallosis, but the horror show she became was quite different. She has conflicting thoughts about dismissing Heather's lawsuit, even though Portia commended her for doing so. Kevin is relieved to learn that her and Portia have made amends. Laura says she has always liked Portia and Trina, but she gets where Portia is coming from. She was looking out for her daughter, which Heather was also doing. Heather does not regret asking the questions she did, but in the end, she should remain in prison. Next on General Hospital, TJ yells at Molly, "You don't want to be a part of this?" Molly informs Nina that this is an unexpected change of events. Willow chats with Liz and believes she can help. Anna says to someone, "Ruining your evening is the only thing I'm happy about." Brennan pays Carly a visit and tells her that an experience like this shouldn't be rushed. Brooklyn urges Blaze, "This is your chance, grab it." Natalia pays Kristina a visit and says, "Please, let my daughter go." According to General Hospital spoilers, certain changes are taking place behind the scenes, which is causing adjustments on screen. More changes are on the way, including the possible departure of a prominent figure. Earlier this year, there were several red flags concerning two actors quitting the show. Michael Easton and Adam J. Harrington both took part in a photoshoot in May, however they were not included in GH's key art as a result. In other words, Harrington and Easton were not used to promote the program in a key image among the other contract actors, so fans assumed they were both out. Now that Easton has vacated the character of Finn, what about Harrington? Is John also hitting the exit door? It certainly appears to be the case after ABC.com updated their cast bio page, which now includes contract players. Adam J. Harrington is not on the list, thus he appears to be on his way out, just like Easton was. Of course, the writing itself hints in that way, given John's recent character development. Agent Cates is growing increasingly concerned with bringing down Sonny Corinthos. That does not speak well for John's future, as Sonny's opponents are always defeated sooner or later. Sonny is an immensely popular persona and a big deal in Port Charles, thus anyone who attempts to challenge him will fail. The only question now is whether John will survive the show or meet a tragic end. It is probable that John will quit town in humiliation or end himself in prison, especially if Ava Jerome uses him as her fall man, as planned. That said, we can't rule out the possibility that John will leave in a corpse bag. Agent Cates is breaking limits he would not ordinarily cross and getting obsessed with payback, but he may end up paying the price. Whatever the case, there are excellent grounds to assume Adam J. Harrington will leave the ABC serial, so stay tuned for further departure predictions and other cast news. According to General Hospital spoilers, John's time in Port Charles will be coming to an end shortly, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.